Trade in any phone, any condition from one of our top brands and get a new Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus on Unlimited Ultimate and Watch 7 and Tab S9 FE 5G. That's up to $1,900 in value. So you'll save big on 3 great gifts. Hurry into Verizon this Black Friday. Service plan required for Watch and Tab. Up to $1,900 value based on phone, watch, and tablet. Trade in and additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up. You can go farther and save on full synthetic with our oil change special. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life oil filter for just $33.99. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
There are many signs that you may be in financial trouble.
You.
Late mortgage payments, paying bills from your retirement account, or paying one credit card with another. If you're experiencing financial hardship, bankruptcy may be right for you. The credit industry wants you to believe that bankruptcy is bad and will destroy your credit forever, but that's just not true. At Lerner Rowe Law Group, we'll take the time to carefully examine your situation and develop a plan that is right for you.
J-Dub, let's do right way rundown
off
first. I'm going to call. I'll open and then I'll call for that. Then we'll do first look.
Sean Forster, managing attorney.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. The one and only home of the Jim Rome Show. Rich Eisen and DK on the Sports Tip.
Tell him about that tweet to Rome. It's going to be so awesome. He'll read it. He'll love it.
We are Wildcats Radio 1290. Wildcat Nation. Are you ready?
Touchdown, Arizona. Leonard Maldonado. Noah straight back to throw. Got him in. Touchdown, Arizona. He's sacked by Jacob Manu. And it's picked off. Trayton Stukes. Nobody close to Tetaroa McMillan.
Let's go. Air down, Cats. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A football begins with Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The pregame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. We're counting down to kick off on Arizona football. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Sandoval showing blitz. Back to throw. Fafita throws it. It's caught by McLaughlin. He dives for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Arizona. Rashada looking to throw. Fires the pass. And it's intercepted. Wildcats pick it off. Arizona football at the 23. And a handoff. Wiley coming to the near side. He's at the 10. Slips a tackle at the 5. Diving for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Arizona. Rashada, play fake, back to throw under pressure, gets away, rolling to the right. He's smacked from behind and sacked inside the 30-yard line. Nowhere to go. Fafita rolls back, throws the pass, caught. McLaughlin dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rashada will take the snap, play fake, sets up, looking to throw, nowhere to go. Now he'll run it to the near side, being chased and sacked. Back at the 41-yard line, Jacob Manu. Straight back to throw with time, waiting, going deep downfield. He's got a man wide open at 15 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Arizona. Nobody close to Tetaroa McMillan. Tannenbaum to a knee. The Wildcats win in Tempe for the first time since 2011. Back-to-back Territorial Cups. A dominating afternoon in Tempe.
It is Football Saturday in Arizona. For the 98th time tonight, we will battle for the cup here in the Territory, the Arizona Wildcats and the Arizona State Sun Devils. And boy, what a difference 1 year can make. Last year, Arizona went up to Tempe and clobbered the Sun Devils by a score of 59-23. But this year, the Sun Devils are a much better football team, picked to finish 16th in the Big 12 Conference. They enter this game today, one of 9 teams in this 16-team league that has a chance to clinch a spot in the conference championship game. Captain, that is all you can ask for week 12 is to have a chance to play for the conference championship and for 9 teams to have a chance to be in that position, one of those two positions in Dallas next week, it says that it's been a pretty incredible first year in this new Big 12 conference.
Yeah, man. I think with all the parity, all the NIL, all the transfers, I think it's just making things even. It's giving every team an opportunity to get better every year and to get guys that they can compete with, man. A lot of people rather have it where two teams are outright at the top, but not me, man. I'd rather have it where teams are battling it out every week. A different team could win versus no matter who they're going against in conference.
Absolutely, and it is going to be an exciting afternoon. Things are revving up here on the U of A Mall. The tailgating has begun, so if you're on your way down here to campus, we've got an absolutely gorgeous, I mean, you could not put it on a better poster or postcard than this fall Saturday here in the desert, where for the 98th time, Arizona and what used to be known as the Tempe Normal School or Tempe Teachers College or whatever the many names former for the current Arizona State University. But these two programs will battle it out once again over the course of a third century on the gridiron today. Let's let you know exactly what we've got in store for you over the course of the next 3 hours.
Let's take a look at the Right Way Rundown and see what's coming up on our pregame show, brought to you by Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Doing things the right way.
All right, we are going to take a closer look at this game. We'll hear from the seniors. It is senior day, as it always is here at home, when the Wildcats take on the Arizona State Sun Devils. We will give you your offensive and defensive scouting reports. A little bit shorter DK with BB, but I did ask the coach about this rivalry and his memories of it. Only spent 1 year prior in it here as an assistant coach, or really even a graduate assistant coach, but now having a chance to be the head coach in this rivalry. We'll get Brent Brennan's thoughts on all of that. Who are we going into the corner with today, Captain?
In the captain's corner, we have none other than Khalil Tate, man. One of my favorite guys, man. He was here doing a tough time, man, and didn't run away from the challenge.
Khalil Tate, class of 2019, will join us in the captain's corner today. We will also go in the huddle with Howe. Glenn Howe is in Chicago, but he joins us now. And Glenn, you are missing. I don't know what the weather is like in Chicago right now, but it is an absolutely beautiful day here on the mall in Tucson.
Well, let me just tell you, I had 2 layers on yesterday. It was cold. It was like 16 degrees, so it's a little chilly. And then I had my Arizona hat on and everything. I even saw some Arizona State guy had a hat on, and I just went up to him and I said, "Bear down." So the rivalry is also in Chicago. I'm excited about our game today, and we're going to have in the huddle, we're going to have the Sun Devil killer, Tom Tunnicliffe, one of the best quarterbacks to have. We had at the University of Arizona, a great battler. He won that great game. We're going to talk about that 82 game. We're in a kind of a similar situation as they are when they had no one gives us a chance to win this game. And just like they had in 82, we're going to talk about how they prepare for that game and see if we can do the same thing today against Arizona State Sun Devils.
You know, it's interesting. That 1982 game has come up quite a bit this week. Obviously, we had a chance to talk to Lamont Hunley earlier this week. He played in that game. We had a number of fans who pointed to that game as one of their first and fondest memories of this rivalry. I mean, obviously, the play that stands out is the long touchdown. I think it was 95 yards that Tommy threw to Brian Holland. I mean, one of the iconic plays in this rivalry. And guys, that's what this day is all about. It's about not only winning this game, because that is the most important thing, but it's winning the game and creating that play that we're going to be talking about that, we'll be long dead and gone, but whoever is sitting in these seats, hopefully maybe we won't be dead, but we'll be gone. Whoever's sitting in these seats in 20 years we'll be talking about, remember that day in 2024 when Noah Fafita or Tetero McMillan or Genesis Smith did that to beat the Sun Devils.
Yeah, man, I was a part of one of those games with Trung Candidate. Being from Phoenix, he playing against ASU, man. I think he went for 10,000 yards, on that day, man. Had about 20,000-yard runs. But, man, it was just amazing to be a part of that and be a part of that history out there. I mean, was out there when I was a part of, we got beat up my first year in it with Jake Plummer, man. I mean, it was something to remember. Jake Plummer running all over the field. They, injured one of my good friends in that game. So, that started my little hatred, until I started beating them up, and then I didn't quite hate them so much then. It just was, I felt better. I thought we got some get back. But yeah, man, this is just one of those things, like you said, there's always going to be plays in these games, especially when you win, that you're going to remember. See, I just see this Arizona State guy walking right here, man, and I don't know, man, that color in their shoes, man, I don't know. Mustard, I don't know, brother. I don't know, man.
Oh boy.
No, hey, baby, that blue is true. You know what it is.
Yeah. And also, I hear you, Kelvin. I lined up on those Max and Dejas kicks that won those games, and it was great to see the faces on those guys' face. We knew that when Max was we were lined up for a field goal with Max, you knew that it was over, because Max and Dejas he was another Sun Devil killer. Every time he lined up, a crucial kick, he made it. So we beat them twice on Max, actually 3 times on Max and Dejas' kicks when I was at the U of A when I played. I never lost to the Sun Devils. So I'm really excited about today and just optimistic, because anything can happen in this game. We are the big dogs today. We're underdogs today. And they have so much to lose, and we have nothing to lose, and that's what makes us look really good today.
And I was going to say this. We got Chris McAllister in town, Dolphin Tillman, Deshaun Polk, Brandon Sanders. They all called me last night. Glenn, I got goosebumps. I haven't felt like playing in a long time. I like playing when things are against us, when the team is kind of down. That's when I want to be a part of things. That 10-3 team, I wanted no part of that. But when we was 0-12, I wanted to be on that team. And right now in this situation where our guys, are in a losing situation as far as the season's going, I would love to be able to go and line up out there, man. When I tell you I'm pumped up and ready to go, I just seen the Arizona State guy, man, and I thought I was finna truck him. I thought I was finna truck him, man. Y'all gonna have to hold me down out here today. Y'all got to hold me down today, because I'm telling you, man, I don't know. When I start seeing the devil color, I usually don't have a problem with them, but today, right now, I'm feeling frisky. I'm feeling frisky.
That's just like when I was in Chicago. We were at this festival walking around. I saw this guy with the Sun Devil beanie on, and I had my Arizona beanie on. I went right up to him and said, "Man, bear down, man." He said, "We're going to beat your booties tomorrow."
It is the 98th Territorial Cup game today here in Tucson. Let's dive into what we have got between the Sun Devils and the Wildcats.
It's time to take our first look at today's game. Brought to you by the Window Depot. Lowest prices and biggest inventory. Shop thewindowdepot.com.
It is senior day here, and there will be an annual program prior to the game, so please get into the stadium and be in your seats for a chance to celebrate the seniors. We understand 14 young men are going to participate in the ceremonies today. One of those will be the place kicker, Tyler Loop, one of the best kickers, one of the strongest kickers in the history of this program, made the longest kick in the history of this program at the last home game, 62 yards. Tyler Loop reflecting on his time as an Arizona Wildcat.
Oh, super thankful. I've loved my time here. Being here for 5 years with this guy and guys like Stukes and Berto, who have been here through that all with us. I mean, it's been super special, and been a lot of ups and downs. 3 different head coaches, seen a lot of guys come in and out of this building. But it's just been so special, the relationships you build, the friendships you make, and you get to see a lot of different walks of life and how people approach their work. It's pretty special.
And, guys, that's what it's about. I mean, you look back, and like Kelvin was saying, those guys that, for 4 years you've gone to battle with every Saturday, and you have this one more opportunity to do it, and it's against your rival. It doesn't get any better than a senior day and a Territorial Cup game.
Yeah, man, because you earn that right for that senior, man. All the stuff you have to go through. It's not just the games, DK. It's the 5 a.m.s, man, in the spring.
Oh, yeah.
When there's no games
when nobody's
to be had.
watching.
When nobody's watching. Early in the morning, running stadiums and running stairs and lifting weights. And it's all the practices, battling against your brothers where you almost hate them because you're going against them so much. And then you get the opportunity to play in the game. And so now you get to your senior year, man, and we did this thing, and I know Glenn knows, it's called the senior hit, where before we do it at practice, and there's a big dummy, and you get to talk to the team one last time, and then you go and hit that dummy, and you get a chance to talk to all the guys, man, and just let them know how you feel about being there and being in your last game, man. And the emotion just overwhelm you. It overwhelmed me thinking about it for these guys with the up and downs that they've been through. But now, DK, man, it's just that pleasure of working together and battling through the ups and downs, man. That's what about being a Wildcat. We won 12-0 every year. We won the national championships every year. A lot of the times, all we had was each other in some of those that year when we went 5-6. But we stayed together, turned it around, man, and it's beautiful every time I get to hear one of my guys' name, because all I can do is smile and think about beating the Sun Devils and beating Nebraska and all the great things we accomplished.
Yeah, and I'll jump on top of that, Kelvin, is that I've never seen so many young men cry in my life when we're doing that final hit, because it's very emotional. Like you said, we're talking about all the things you went through, those early morning workouts and those times that we fought on the field together against each other. Because some of my friends, my good friends now, I really didn't talk to him when I played with them at the U of A, because we did hang out. Offense and defense did hang out. Lamont Hunley, we didn't really hang out that much when we were playing. And now he's one of my good friends, and we talk all the time. So it's something that we don't understand until it's all over. And when you look and you're playing your last game at the stadium, I had to play my last game up at Sun Devil Stadium and won. For my last game as a U of A in the regular season, and it was just emotional. It was very emotional, and you're playing with your guys for the last time, and you'll never forget it. And you never forget the smells. You never forget the sounds of the locker room and the closing of that cage. When we used to have our cages as our locker, we don't have those nice little doggone locker rooms that these guys got, but we had the cages with the mesh, and you remember those sounds, all the sounds, everything. Hawk telling you to put your bag in the hamper, and Ted and those guys, all those things you remember, and you get emotional, like I'm getting right now thinking about all those days when you had that, and it's just an emotional day, and it's great to go out at a win if you can do that today.
Let's hear from another senior, Josh Baker, who's played the center position for the Arizona Wildcats. He'll be one of the many that's honored today. We'll go down that list for you as we go along here today. There's 17 seniors listed on the roster. 14 will participate, and I'd imagine maybe the ones that aren't participating might be guys like Traden Stukes, who are probably going to be coming back next year and may not walk in this particular ceremony. But Josh Baker also talked about his experience here at the University of Arizona.
This whole journey, it teaches you things. It teaches you a whole bunch of things: how to deal with adversity, how to deal with the ups and downs, when you're doing good, when you're not doing good. It teaches you how to build connections, teaches you how to communicate with people and different people, because, as we all know, some people don't respond to criticism like others do. So it teaches you how to respond and communicate with people as well. And I'm just so thankful for this opportunity that I've been given.
Indeed. I mean, just another great guy that's been in this program, who started a lot of games up front. Guys like Tyler Loop and Josh Baker, who have been here all the way through. But then there's guys like Quali Connolly, who will be honored today. Came in here just one season, but who has been a very valuable contributor and a senior who means a lot to Brent Brennan and his staff.
What an awesome human being Quali is, with what he's been going through the last year with his mom, and everything he's given to this team. He's been banged up. He just keeps practicing. He keeps playing. He's not a guy that says a lot, but he has the total respect of the team. And I'm just so glad that he allowed us to coach him and be a part of his life. I love him, and I'm excited to see him play on Saturday. I really am.
Yeah, the Wildcats, again, have had a lot of different guys that have come into this program and made an impact on it. And we look forward to really having an opportunity to celebrate all of those young men here today. All right, it is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. We will have much more coming up for you. That is, though, our initial look into today's 98th game between Arizona and Arizona State.
That's our first look at the game. Brought to you by the Window Depot. Lowest prices and biggest inventory. Shop thewindowdepot.com. This is Wildcats Radio 1290. Our Window Depot coverage of Arizona football is just getting started. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. Hour 1 of the pregame show is brought to you by Desert Diamond Casinos. First Chiropractic, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, Restaurant Supply Store, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, the Polson Results Team with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, the Window Depot, and by Meridian